JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, gunman fatally shot by police in BOGWALK Gorge. Cronies being sought. A man was among gunmen who shot a man in Riversdale, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was fatally shot by the police in an alleged shootout this afternoon. It is reported that men in a car traveled to the community and carried out a gun attack on a man who was hit. They then fled the scene. Acting on intelligence, a police team intercepted a car in the BOGWALK Gorge that fit the description from the Riversdale shooting. A shootout reportedly ensued, during which a man was hit fatally. Other men in the car fled and are now being sought by the police who are in the area conducting an operation. The police say an illegal gun was seized following the shooting. Man killed during alleged attempted robbery of cop. A man who allegedly attempted to hold up and rob an off-duty policeman was shot and killed in Port Antonio, Portland on Tuesday. The dead man, identified as 29-year-old Ryan Brown of no fixed address, was shot after he reportedly pulled a knife at the cop. Information received indicate that around 1:40 p.m., the policeman, a constable, was at a building on Gideon Avenue when Brown approached and demanded money he had in his hand. The cop, police said, told him he could not give it to him, and Brown, in turn, used threatening words, telling the constable that he was going to kill him and take it. Police said Brown then pulled a ratchet knife and advanced towards the cop, who, in fear for his life, pulled his licensed firearm and discharged one round, hitting Brown, who then ran and collapsed. He was taken to the Port Antonio Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, has launched a probe into the incident. Gun and ammo found inside concrete block in Kingston. A pistol and several rounds of ammunition were found inside a concrete block in Greenwich Town, Kingston on Tuesday. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. According to reports from the Hunts Bay Police, the weapon was seized during an operation that was conducted on 4th Street in the community about 3:30 p.m. During the operation, a police team searched the premises and found the gun, a Taurus semi-automatic pistol, hidden inside the pocket of a concrete block in a fence. The gun was fitted with a magazine containing 3 9mm rounds of ammunition. Investigation continues. Cops detain lifeguard for brother's killing in St. James. One brother is dead and another is in custody following an incident in Catherine Mount, St. James on Tuesday afternoon. The dead man has been identified as 30-year-old O'Shane Bailey. His brother, who is a 24-year-old lifeguard, was detained when he went to the police station to report the killing. It was reported that around 12:45 p.m., both men who lived together had an argument over bills to be paid. The argument, the police said, became physical and the brothers started fighting. The now deceased was held in a chokehold position until he passed out. His brother made a report to the police. Police went to the home where they found O'Shane dead. The scene was processed and the body removed. Farmer fatally shot while tending goats in Clarendon. A goat farmer was fatally shot by a gunman in Bushy Park, Clarendon, on Wednesday morning. The deceased, who police identified as 32-year-old David Lewis, otherwise called Beckham, from Bushy Park, was reportedly tending to his animals when he was shot. It was reported that around 9:20 a.m., Lewis was attending to his goats when he was approached by a man armed with a gun. The man shot him multiple times and escaped on foot. Lewis was rushed to the Mappin Hospital, where he underwent treatment for gunshot wounds to his upper body. He later succumbed to his injuries. No motive has yet been established for the attack, the police said. Woman charged for murder of Daniel Rowe ordered to surrender fingerprints. Coyote Satchel, the woman charged with killing 8-year-old Daniel Rowe, has been ordered to give her fingerprints to police investigators. The order was made in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday. Satchel was not required to enter a plea. The fingerprint order was requested by the clerk of court, who indicated that Satchel may have prior convictions. It was Satchel's first court appearance since she was charged for the crime that triggered public outrage. The 8-year-old was abducted as she left Brayton Primary School in Portmore, St. Catherine, on June 8. She was found along Roosevelt Avenue in St. Andrew later that day with her throat slashed. Rowe died at Bustamante Hospital for Children 2 days later. Satchel is scheduled to to return to court on October 4, when her attorney, Donovan Collins, is expected to make a bail application. The case file is incomplete, the clerk of court disclosed. Third day of cabbie protests in Westmoreland leads to standoff with police and military. A third day of protests by cabbies who applied the Savlamore to Grangeville route in Westmoreland resulted in a standoff with the police and military after the taxi operators impeded a fire truck from passing. One taxi operator could be heard shouting to the police and soldiers, "Shoot me, shoot me." The cabbies have blocked the thoroughfare for a third day as they protest the poor condition of the roads. One taxi operator said that they are awaiting the Member of Parliament for Western Westmoreland for a promised meeting scheduled for 9 a.m. The protest has left scores of commuters stranded as most of the roads are blocked. Grangeville Technical High School and Frome Technical High School are currently closed due to the ongoing protest. 16-year-old stabs cousin during shop credit dispute. When a man took out goods on credit from a shop in his community costing $800, he had no idea he would end up being stabbed by his 16-year-old cousin. The teenager was among three who were brought to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court in relation to this matter on Tuesday. The other accused persons are husband and wife, Victoria and Torren Fagan. They both pleaded not guilty. The court was told that the Fagans operated a shop in the complainant's community. The complainant reportedly took goods from the shop costing $800 on credit. On the day of the incident, Torren reportedly saw the complainant and asked him about the payment, to which he said he already gave the money to his wife. Torren reportedly denied this, and an argument erupted between all three, which resulted in the complainant telling police officers that the Fagans had assaulted him. On seeing the altercation, a teenager who resides in the community decided to intervene. The 16-year-old reportedly stabbed his cousin, the complainant, for assaulting the woman. The child was charged with unlawful wounding, while the Fagans were charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm. "What did you use to stab him?" the judge asked the 16-year-old. "A knife," the boy answered. "I'm concerned. When you're a 16-year-old, have the heart to take up a knife and stab someone," she said. After directing him to take a look at the holding cell, Judge Cole Montague asked him, "How does it look?" To which he answered, "Not pretty. You can't manage conditions like that. This is not normal or healthy behavior for a 16-year-old. The judge said, "Let me give you some advice. When you say war, especially as a child, ignore it." The judge ultimately ordered the child's mother to pay the complainant $250,000 in restitution. The teenager is to return to court on November 13 for sentencing. The case against the Fagans will be mentioned then as well. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.